Would you like to learn a little pro tip on how to easily cross out a couple of answers on a multiple choice test question on any of your upcoming teacher certification exams? Heck, any type of multiple choice test. Doesn't matter if it's S.A.T, A.C.T, your kids' students' end of course exams, all those kind of tests at school, any type of multiple choice question. If that's something you're interested in, stay tuned in this video. I'm going to teach you a quick little pro tip you could put in your teacher toolbox as you go into nail and pass your teacher certification exams. I'm Dr. A, founder of the Learning Liaisons. Is that something you want to learn about? Let's get to it. All right, so let's get to our pro tip we were talking about. Before we jump into it, do me a favor, hit that like button right now, share this video among your social circles, and more importantly, drop a comment below afterwards and let me know what you think about this strategy, because this will help suggest this video to other teachers in the same position as you, because we're all in this together. We're one big teacher community out there trying to help each other to pass their exams. So enough talking right there. Let's get to it. So I have a sample question from a popular test prep guide. This is from an REA book, one of the books I do like. I'm a fan of REA, a couple other test prep guides out there. So let's take a look at one of these typical questions. So we're not going to go through the whole gamut, all my strategies that I talk about on the Learning Liaisons website, some of the other videos here on the YouTube channel. But in this video, I'm going to show you a quick little pro tip. All right. So what I want you to do is I want you to take a look at these answer choices. If you want to pause the video right now and do it at your own speed, but I'm going to read these answer choices to you and you read along. Students are presented with the question, how does competition for resources affect population growth in an ecosystem? Then are asked to research a topic to find possible answers. B, students are taught about similarities in plants and animal cells and must make a Venn diagram to show what they learn. Students hear a story and must paraphrase it. And D, the teacher gives a short lecture on the causes of the American Revolution, then has the students develop a graphic organizer and to show cause and effect. Now, this is a typical type of a pedagogy question. So if you're my Florida peeps, Pro Ed, Texas peep, PPR, PLT for my Praxis peeps, you could be in different states and have any kind of your professional licensure exam or even some of your subject area exams that incorporate pedagogy into the questions. This will work. So take a look at this. I want you to, for this pro tip in this video, I want you to pay special attention to these two answer choices. I'm going to ask you a question, and if you need to pause the video to think about it before I reveal the answer, here's the million-dollar question I want to ask you. What do choice B and choice D have in common? Go ahead and pause that video if you need to think about it. All right, so I'm assuming a lot of you guys didn't pause, so I didn't give you too much time there. So here we go. What do they have in common? Well, students are taught about similarities in plants and animal cells, and then they make what? A Venn diagram. Let's look at D. Teachers give a short lecture on the cause of the American Revolution, and then has the students develop what? A graphic organizer. Now, let's dive a little bit deeper. What's a Venn diagram, right? That'd be a silly question. You're an educator. I'm assuming, I know I should never assume, but I'm assuming you know what that is, right? The circles that interlock, we got different characteristics here, different characteristics here. What do they share in the middle, right? Well, what is this an example of? What is a Venn diagram an example of? Just like a KWL chart. What are they? They are graphic organizers, right? Part of my chicken scratch, right? Graphic organizers, a visual representation to show connections and show relationships. Well, look at D. They literally say develop a graphic organizer. So let's pause here for a second, take a step back and think about that. I don't care what the question is. The question is irrelevant at this point. Both of those answer choices, I'm going to ask you a question, yes or no. Do both of those answer choices, B and D, both talk about an example of using a graphic organizer, right? What do you think? Is the answer yes? Or is the answer no? Hopefully you're saying, yeah, I'm not crazy. One literally says Venn diagram, and the other one doesn't give a name to the specific activity. It just says graphic organizer, where they're both comparing things. Think about this for a second. If you're taking a certification exam and two answer choices basically talk about the same thing, just different contexts. One's talking about plant and animal cells, and one's talking about the American Revolution. But at the end of the day, they're both using a graphic organizer. So my question to you once again is yes or no. Logically, can one of these answer choices be correct? Your answer should be a resounding no. How can you possibly pick one answer choice, let's say B, as a correct answer when D does the same exact thing but uses different words? They talk about the American Revolution. That is my pro tip for this video. If you have two answer choices, which a lot of these tests, as you know, if you've taken them already, if you don't know, now you know, about 80% of the questions are scenario based, especially in the answer choices. So all of these four answer choices are painting a picture of some kind of activity in the classroom. Well, B and D both talk about the same exact activity, but a different context. So logically, the answer can never be B or D. So think about the practice test you're taking or when you go in to take your real exam. If you have two answer choices that talk about the same exact activity, but using different contexts, like in this case, cells and the American Revolution, you can automatically cross both those answers out. And right now, before you even move any further, you have got a 50-50 shot in answering this question, right? So good job there if that makes sense to you. If it doesn't, drop a line below in the comment, let me know. And yes, I'm going to tell you the right answer because I know it's going to drive you crazy if I don't tell you. I'm not going to work through all of our strategies in this video, maybe in some other ones, but to alleviate your stress so you don't pop your head off and go, oh my God, just tell me the answer, sir. The answer to this question is going to be A. But quick roundup, pro tip for this video, if you have two answer choices that paint the same picture, the same activity, but in different contexts, you can immediately cross both of those answers off. Hope you learned a little bit in this video. Once again, my name is Dr. A. I'm the founder of the Learning Liaisons. And always remember, like the shirt says, it's not if you pass, it's when you pass. Catch you in the next video.